Hi, I'm Grace Grogan. Paul Cannon and I live and travel full-time in a motorhome. We are both photographers and enjoy spending time in the areas we visit, driving off-road trails and looking for scenic photo spots. Before turning into the entry drive of Kofa Queen Canyon, we enjoyed a view of the mountains in the distance. I'll tell you more about this trail later on. We were not lucky enough to see the saguaro cactus in bloom, but its blossom is the state wildflower of Arizona. I will share more about this cactus, which is the largest cactus in the United States, later. This prickly pear cactus has just started to bloom. The wide, flat cactus pads from the plant are used in many Mexican main dishes. The fruit, called prickly pears, is sweet and can be eaten raw right off the plant. The spines are about 3 inches long and can be flat, curved, or straight. This plant is known to live for more than 20 years. The most common species in the Sonoran Desert is the Engelmann prickly pear, which grows up to 5 feet tall and to a width of 10 to 15 feet. During our drive back to the canyon, we crossed several washes lined with brittlebush. This plant is a member of the sunflower family and blooms in late winter and early spring with small yellow flowers and is found throughout the Sonoran Desert. Brittlebush grow to become 2 to 5 feet in height and live for about 20 years. The Sonoran Desert is one of 4 desert regions in North America. It covers more than 119,000 square miles. The region is a virtual oven where rainfall rarely exceeds 6 inches a year, and the intense sun often sends temperatures to 120 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Before venturing into the canyon, we drove up onto a plateau, which was also a small camping area. This provided a scenic outlook of the area. From our location, the La Posa Plains stretched 20 miles west to the Dome Rock Mountains and north for more than 100 miles. An informational board indicated that we were experiencing views of the Castle Dome Mountains, Hidden Valley Hills, Chocolate Mountains, Trigo Mountains, La Posa Plains, Livingston Hills, and Lonesome Peak. As we drive down off the plateau, notice the tuactilo on both sides of the trail. This is one of the easiest plants to identify in the desert because of their tall, long, cane-like stems that grow from a small trunk and have 2-inch leaves. They are common in most desert areas of the Sonoran Desert, can reach up to 20 feet in height, and are estimated to live from 60 to over 100 years. The small camper with the pop-up roof is enjoying this scenic boondocking location. Cholla is a term for cacti with cylindrical stems and segmented joints that are actually branches. Those branches store water, produce flowers, and use photosynthesis to create their own energy, which also produces oxygen. Cholla found in the Sonoran Desert live for up to 30 years or more and range in height from 3 to 7 feet, although some can reach 13 feet. The jumping cholla have segments that detach, root, and grow into new plants. They are also called jumping cholla because their detached joints easily catch on clothing or skin. Jumping cholla are common across much of the Sonoran Desert. We are approaching the entrance to the canyon. Notice that we are driving in a wash and going slightly uphill. This means if the wash contained water, it would be flowing at us from inside the canyon. We really enjoyed this trail because of the interesting rock formations throughout the drive. The wash widens and now covers the entire canyon floor. The large size of the plants within the wash indicate it has been a long time since the area experienced heavy rain. The canyon is located in the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge. It was named for the King of Arizona mine, which produced millions of dollars in gold and silver ore in the early 1900s. Look at the height of the stream terrace on our right compared to the Jeep. We estimate it to be 5 to 6 feet in height. Stream terraces are formed when flowing water carves downward into their floodplains, leaving discontinuous remnants of older floodplain surfaces along the side of the wash. This process takes hundreds or thousands of years to complete. Here you can tell we are traveling in a definite uphill slope. Again, if the wash were to fill with water, it would be flowing at us as we travel into the canyon. Desert washes are called exoriparian habitats, which indicates the relationship with rivers. They concentrate water and nutrients from a large area and serve as dispersal corridors for plants and animals. The difference between a wash and a river is that washes have surface water for only brief periods, usually only a few hours per year. We enjoyed the continuous viewing of the jagged-looking rock spires on both sides of the trail. The Kofa Mountains are composed of extrusive igneous rocks that rest on eroded surface of older rock. The volcanic rocks are probably of the Tertiary or Quaternary age. The older rocks are thought to be from the Precambrian age. The rocks are dissected into small, flat-topped mesas or into jagged spires and other erosional forms. We would come to splits where water flowing down the wash created islands of plant life, and we would pick whichever route looked better. Notice as we drive the trail more of the yellow brittle bush both along the trail and flowing up into the mountains. We spotted a green area on a couple mountains, which was unusual in this area. Notice as we drive that to our left the wash is at a lower level. That means that during rainfall that is the prominent part of the wash and receives more water flow. When driving, you have to look almost straight down out of the windows to notice these tiny yellow flowers along the trail. It is believed to be a desert gold poppy. Another high stream terrace is on our right. It is amazing to think how much water must have once flowed through this area to cut them so deep. Take a look at the stream terrace on the right with saguaro growing on top. Kofa Queen Canyon is located between Yuma and Quartzite, Arizona. The Fun Treks guidebook rates this as an easy trail of about 27 miles, but does recommend a high clearance vehicle. We will be driving further into the canyon than the book recommended. noticed the tall, skinny rock formation up ahead. We decided to take some closer photos of it. We came upon two women exiting a Jeep and walking off to our left. We will stop and check out that interesting discovery on our way back. You never know when you will be surprised by another vehicle showing up on the trail. Because we are always looking for things to photograph, we drive the trails at a much slower pace than ATVs and other off-road vehicles. Watch on the left. There is an interesting rock formation with what looks like holes in it. The Sonoran Desert is filled with plants and wildlife. It is rare to see most animal life because they avoid the hot daytime sun and come out only after dark. Look at the rock near the top on the left. It looks like a large boulder ready to slide off the mountain. The wash and trail continues, but we have already traveled beyond what our book indicated as the end, stating it narrows and gets rocky. Because of the time of day, we decided to turn around at this point and head back. Driving in the opposite direction always shows interesting things missed on the first trip through, due in part to the change in lighting. This orange flower was hiding in the bushes along the trail, and I discovered it when we stopped to take other photographs. I believe it to be the desert glove mallow, which is also called the apricot mallow. They can reach a height of 20 to 40 inches and are the most drought-resistant member of the mallow family. approaching the area where the women were departing their Jeep, and we pulled off for a closer look at Skull Rock. This large boulder resembles a human cranium with eyes and mouth formed by shallow caves. A side view with a Roman nose shows that it is actually formed by an arch. Looking out to the sides as we drive, it was interesting to see all the different rock formations nature has created. There are a large number of saguaro cactus and yellow brittlebush growing on the mountainside to the right. Saguaro cactus are native to the Sonoran Desert in Arizona, the Mexican state of Sonora, and the Whipple Mountains and Imperial County areas of California. Saguaro grow very slowly. It can take 10 years for a saguaro cactus to reach 1 inch in height. By 70 years of age, they can be 6.5 feet tall and will start to produce their first flowers. By the age of 95 to 100 years old, they may be 15 to 16 feet tall and will produce their first arms. The saguaro blooms with white flowers in the late spring and produces red fruit in the summer. The saguaro can live 150 to 200 years and grow 40 to 60 feet tall. The pleats of the cactus allow it to expand when it drinks water, and they contract as it uses up its water supply. When fully hydrated, a cactus can weigh 3,200 to 4,800 pounds. It is the largest cactus in the United States. Notice more of the jagged mountains on the right. You can also see a mountain ridge in the distance straight ahead. When out on the trails taking photos, I like to grab an occasional shot of the Jeep. One thing I must be careful of when exiting the Jeep on the desert trails is dangerous animal life. Arizona has 12 dangerous creatures that I do not want to tangle with. Those are the Gila monster, which is the only venomous lizard native to the United States. Arizona is home to 13 species of rattlesnakes, more than any other state. The highly aggressive Africanized bee, also known as the killer bee, the black scorpion, which is the most common in Arizona and causes the most severe medical problems. The Arizona coral snake, which has venom 2 to 3 times more potent than most rattlesnakes. That leaves us with the tarantula, centipede, brown spider, black widow spider, Sonoran desert toad, blister beetle, and the Coney's bug. We have never encountered any of the above and hopefully never do. We came upon a man with a bike, and after seeing him lifted off the trail, stopped to make sure he was okay. He was just taking a telephone break. We have exited the canyon. It was a long ride back, but well worth it for the fabulous views inside. up on a female on a bicycle who pulled her bike off the road to let us pass and waved as we went by. We do not know if she was riding alone or with the man we had already passed, and there was a considerable distance between them. We hope you enjoyed the trail ride through the Sonoran Desert and Kofa Queen Canyon. We invite you to check out our other videos on our YouTube channel, Rolling Through North America, Travel With Us. Many thanks to the Fun Treks Off-Road books that guide us on our trail adventures. A big thank you from Paul and I for watching. We hope you enjoyed the ride. Please visit our YouTube channel, Rolling Through North America, Travel With Us. Give us a big thumbs up and leave your comments below. Check back often and please subscribe.